Hey everyone, it's Dave. I hope you're good. In case you're wondering, that is the magnificent Anglican Cathedral that you can see behind me. I'm in Liverpool at the moment, so I just thought I'd have a little wander around and see what's going on. So I've been visiting a few shops today and just thought I'd come into Liverpool and get a bit of a feel for how the city was looking, whether it was busy, what the atmosphere was, and I am pleased to report that there are an increasing number of people who are not wearing masks in the shops. It's refreshing and invigorating for me, that, and gives me optimism and hope. So that's one bit of good news. I do think that the people are starting to really reframe, or some people, everything that's happened this year and the way that they're looking at things. The other piece of news from today, which I'm sure you may well already be aware of, is the news that at least 2 people have suffered adverse reactions to the COVID-19 vaccine, which has already been administered to the first few people in the last 24 to 48 hours. Now, whilst obviously it's terrible that these 2 individuals have suffered an allergic reaction, we don't want anybody getting ill as a result of receiving a vaccine. A lot of us have said from the start that we have concerns regarding the speed and the haste with which this vaccine's been developed, and more so the ideology and the story behind it and the requirement for it. But even more to the point, qualified people, because I'm certainly not qualified when it comes to talking about vaccines or medicine in general. Qualified people, many of them, have raised serious concerns in the last year regarding the need for the vaccine, B, what's in it, and C, the safety considerations, and D, the speed at which it's being developed. And those voices have been suppressed and censored. So the fact now that the mainstream media is reporting that indeed there is a risk to this vaccine, and there's proof now as well that, you know, with the cases of these 2 people who've suffered anaphylactic reactions since receiving it. From that perspective, it's a good thing, because it kind of like brings the conversation into the national consciousness a little bit more. I think it'll broaden conversation generally, particularly with the mainstream media representation. And it's a conversation that everybody needs to have, and it's a decision that everybody needs to make. So I think from that perspective, this is probably only the start of a big conversation that's going to have to take place with regard to this vaccine. So I do see reasons for optimism today. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. Please let me know what you think about my observations and what your thoughts are on the vaccine. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.